welcome to the Bold Black Girls podcast. I'm Aries.
And I am Kim.
And we are finalizing our fall episodes.
Yes.
Right?
This is probably the last one before the last one.
Yes. So two more episodes, or one more episode after this.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take a little break for a couple weeks. And then we'll be right back at you with some new guests. This time, we're changing it up. We're going to squeeze some people on this couch, get them in there. And then, yeah. So, I'm glad today is actually Friday. I know it's Wednesday when you're listening to this, but I'm so excited because this week has been so busy.
Yes.
I'm tired. And I don't have anything planned this weekend.
No?
Yeah.
Well,
I know you're going out of town.
Yeah, so you see I have my day off shirt. So let me preface that out there just in case someone from my job is listening, like, oh, they're recording on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
So
did you take
I know
a
they'll be
PTO?
telling on me.
Wait, did you take a PTO?
I did.
Okay, good.
As a matter of fact, I'm in that season of taking PTO every Friday, probably down to the end of the year.
Okay.
I would like to say I have plentiful PTO. And for that, I'm forever grateful for the plentiful PTO. So I am flexing my time.
Come on, somebody.
And I'm incorporating 4-day work weeks.
Hey.
Yeah.
You gotta do what works, you know?
Yes.
What keeps your stress level lower?
Oh my gosh.
And that's a good routine to have for this.
So I pretend like I'm a stay-at-home mom, like at the end of the year.
Like me.
Right. but I don't have any husband and my child is grown.
Right. I like it.
But I absolutely enjoy taking those last 2 weeks of the year off. And it's just something that I enjoy doing.
When I used to work at Cisco, we had a company shutdown at the end of the year. So we would just every year.
For how long?
It used to be 2 weeks, and then they moved it to one. But even at the last job, the company did a 1 week at the end. So I was like, I'm here for it, and I don't have to use vacation time.
That is a blessing.
That's a win. So yeah, I do. I miss those days, but now I just don't do that. So.
Right. Speaking of that, we have been in a rhythm and a routine. A rhythm of coming and putting out the podcast, right? So routinely we have to meet on a weekly basis.
Yes.
And I would say one of the things that we've had to do is definitely sacrifice our time.
I feel like it's a really big accomplishment because a lot of people start podcasts. So like I have another podcast that I think I've gone 17 episodes on that one, but it wasn't like consistent the same day every week, which I'm going to be recording on that. When we go on break, I got a couple episodes I'm going to do for that podcast. And so we're going to bring it back. And now that I feel like when you and I got together and we started collaborating and we held each other accountable, you know, for things, and it's just something when you have a partner, you know, to work on stuff with. So I'm super grateful for that because I know what it's like trying to have your own, and I know plenty of people that started podcasts that did not finish.
It is great. I mean, we've talked about when two or more are gathered.
Come on, somebody.
You know, so it holds me accountable. I hold you accountable. Like, I think last week we were like, oh, we're not going to record because your voice was out. And you was like, Kim, we don't have an episode.
You had literally, like, we were here to record, right? And while we were setting up and doing stuff, as the evening kept going, I was like, it's going away. Yes. And then I was like, she's like, you're not about to be able to record. And so she leaves, like, we'll just do it on such and such day. And I was like, wait. We don't have enough. Like, she literally got in the car and drove. I was like, we don't have anything for Wednesday. Yep. So, what did you do? Come back the next day?
I think so.
Or something? Oh, she came back for lunch. Yeah. That's what it was.
So, we recorded on my lunch.
On her lunch break, she came back and we just knocked it out. So, that's just funny. So, I'm like, you know, when you got someone that's as excited about something as you or feels as passionate about it as you, then that's when it works, you know?
Vested interest. And that's how I want my future husband
Come on, somebody. This is a real example of like
a relationship.
For real, because I really feel like that with my girlfriends. I'm like, well, we can't be like this.
Right.
You know, like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes it such a difference, but I do feel like, I'm like, this is how it's supposed to be. And you're like, you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work.
It really does.
And we both care enough about this to
make that sacrifice.
So, yeah. This has been a great routine, I would say, and we've made our adjustments where we needed to make it on what days, and we're being flexible, and all that
agile.
stuff.
Like, you really have to be patient with one another.
Yes, I know you have to be patient with me.
And same here, because I might tell her, I'll be there at 11:30, but 11:30 is really like 12:05.
Right. And it's funny because usually I'm the late one, but because she comes to my house and she lives like in Lucas, which is like 45 minutes away.
It is really not.
I'll be like, girl, you're not about to be here at that time. I already know. So I'll just be cleaning up and doing stuff before she gets here. I just do my stuff. It actually gives me more time to do what I need to do.
Right.
So I actually appreciate when she's
right. And I have to brave whatever the elements are outside, but it's all good.
Maybe we have to change one day. Well, I was like, wait, I can't bring all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I have an idea for some new equipment that someone gave me to make it a little bit more mobile when we go to other places.
Okay. Awesome.
So this guy who interviewed me on a video, he gave me like this stuff, and I was like, I need this for my podcast. So he gave me the information.
Especially since we're planning to do a few pop-ups.
Yeah. Ooh, y'all gonna wait till y'all see season 2. It's about to be some interesting things. We're gonna dig deeper into some of our topics that we've talked about. And we have people who have commented on probably every episode about something.
Yes.
And so we'll get to take it to the next level on some of the subject matter that we have.
It's like we're iterating, right? It should get better.
Exactly.
It's like an iPhone. When you get your upgrade, it's like, oh, look at that new feature.
Update that firmware.
Yes.
Exactly. So, you know, all of this is really, like we said, based on our routines and things. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yep, rhythms and routines. So let's start off with, what are some of your daily routines?
I have very consistent morning routine.
Right, and we talked about this before, how routines keep you focused.
Yes.
And, you know, so that you don't derail from whatever your goals are.
It's just like, okay.
Or emotions.
Exactly. It's just like if you work out, right?
Yes.
Your muscle memory, it feels natural. You know, it starts becoming a part of your habits.
Yes.
Your routine creates your habits. Your habits create your discipline. And so then you become, disciplined in this thing. So when I miss something, then I'm like, something's off today. Like I didn't read my devotional or whatever it is. So for me, I wake up, I set my alarm at 6 o'clock every morning, and the kids' alarm goes off. They have 3 alarms. It's a 6, 6:05, and 6:10, right? So I can hear theirs, but I usually wake up right before my alarm goes off because I consistently wake up at the same time. I wake up a little bit earlier. Yep. And so I'll start my Bible plan, which is like a daily devotional. There's some that Kim and I do together. So, you know, we have our own that we do individually. So I go through that. And then I also have this meditation app. It's called Abide that I listen to every morning. Once I finish my devotional, it's kind of like the locking it all in, you know. And I feel like it's always in sync.
I do too. And
I love that. I'm like, God is...
He really does. Like, I, too, have a Bible plan every week. Every day I have a Bible plan that I read. And I read it before my feet even hit the ground.
Before I get up. Yep. I'm under the covers doing
Me
this.
too.
Like, I'm still under the covers.
Yes.
So this is before I touch Instagram.
Correct. Like,
or Facebook. And honestly, it probably was about 3 years ago when I made that commitment to myself. One of the New Year's that came up. And I was like, you know, I'm going to start doing that first. Like, I feel like that feels wrong. It started feeling wrong to be like, as soon as you wake up, check Instagram, check Facebook, check LinkedIn, you know, and all that. And I'm like, why are you jumping to that? Like, you need to acknowledge God, you know, get your marching orders for the day, you know, because literally those messages are what kind of keeps me vibing, you know, throughout the whole day. I'll be like, ooh, this morning, God answered that for me already, you know.
And he'll send it through the word, because a lot of times, like, if I'm struggling in a certain area, it could be work, it could be relationships. Mm-hmm. It is like it's relevant at that time.
Exactly. And so that's the part that for me, I'm like, that's what they say. Like when people say God told me, that's really what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. It's not really this like mysterious voice that, you know, obviously your inner, you know, spirit, you hear, you know, things from God, but like he is usually repeating back his word to you to remind you. That's what the Bible is for. And I ain't got to get all evangelistic or whatever, but
Methodist.
But it's bringing it back to your remembrance, the promises that he has made, you know, for you. So that's why I feel like it's important to pour all that positive those positive things into your mind, because the devil is going to try to lie to you. He's going to try to tell you that you're not enough, you're not this, you're not that, it's not going to work out. All this negative stuff is going to come your way throughout the day. So it's like you might as well start off like, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Like, you know, and get your word in your system. So that's something that I do in the morning. And then I also, when I do get up, now we have a new routine for LJ specifically, but obviously Marvin is a part of it too. But I used to listen to like, I listen to like motivational speakers in the morning. So it'd be like Eric Thomas, Les Brown, T.D. Jakes, you know, somebody that kind of got that like fire. Yeah. Yes. Miles Monroe, someone who's very, you know, uplifting but can wake you up, you know, at the same time. Right. And I do it on our TV in the living room for LJ now because I feel like he needs that motivation. Needs to hear it. Yeah, because I'm like his coach, and you know, with him being dyslexic, he almost like defeats himself sometimes before he even tries something. And so to get him, like, I found that Eric Thomas is somebody that he loves listening to. Wow. So he really is like, what? Awesome. Like, he gets into it. So I said, oh, well, you about to be listening to him in the morning now to get you, you know, get your mind right. Yeah, because sometimes
kids need affirmation early in the morning.
Exactly, and sometimes the kids need to hear someone else say what you've already said.
That's true.
To confirm it, and then
I didn't know that he listened to Eric Thomas.
Yeah, we just started that probably a couple weeks ago, and they were kind of hearing it in my, you know, with me doing it, but now it's kind of like we all just listen together, you know, around the house as we get ready.
And you also have another routine you shared with me the other day. You make them read.
Oh yes, they have to read 20 minutes every morning. And then they have to tell me what it was about. So what we're really working on is reading comprehension.
I was going to say comprehension.
And also public speaking, right? So like how do you present your material? So when you're reading, you need to know, how are you going to explain this to me? I didn't read it. So you need to give me the high level.
I love it.
You know, overview. It's, you know, they're still figuring that out and learning because sometimes they'll be like, and then this happened and it's like not even the point. So I'm like, well, go back. Like what? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, tell me more. So, yeah, that's a routine that I'm creating for them because I want them to be well-versed. I want them to
and reading is important. You know, the networking event that we were at yesterday, I think the Dallas ISD superintendent was there.
Was she assistant superintendent?
Assistant superintendent. And she mentioned the statistics about African-American children in reading, and in particular
literacy.
Boys. Yes. So I commend you for doing that. And it was funny. You said that earlier last week. Or it was either this week. I can't remember.
When we went to brunch, I think.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking you making them write a summary. I'm like, no, that's just too much in the morning.
No, but you know, Barack Obama said his mom used to wake him up at 4 a.m. and make him read and stuff. So I was like, I just don't want to get up at 4. But if I get up earlier, because you already gonna have enough stacked against you. And I actually told them about that statistic last night when I got home. I was like, they said that people who don't read, that's how you end up going to jail. And stuff. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because you don't, it's almost like how back during those days of slavery and all that, where they didn't want us to know how to read because you become free in your mind.
The information is in the book.
You know things. You can, you know, do things when you know them. When you're exposed, I could read about Paris, France, and make me want to go explore this place or know something about this place without ever going there by reading a book, you know. So I use all the examples I can when I'm trying to get them to, you know, be on point. But what other routines do you have in the morning?
All right, so I also read at least 15 minutes a day in the morning. Particularly, I will read something. But after I read my Bible plan, as you know, I get up and I'm at the gym around 5:30 a.m. So I will read my Bible plan. So I might be up at 4:45 a.m. and get ready for the gym. Hit the gym for about 45 minutes to an hour. I come back, get ready, but while I'm getting ready, I'm listening to something motivational. So be it a podcast, a sermon, something, because it's at least going to take me 45 minutes to an hour to get ready.
Kim sends me like 2 articles every morning of something. It's either a Twitter post that's like
with a link,
but it's a link. Yeah, it's like, read this, girl. Did you see this article? Or a podcast to listen to or something.
Right.
So I know that's because what was it like? I think it was like 6:30 this morning. I saw in there. I'm like, what's she doing up all early? 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right, on my day off, I was up early. So my body is used to getting up. And so I'm up at 4:45, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So then after that, I like to, when I go to work, so I'm busy, I like to find or make time to find joy and laugh throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
To giggle.
Got to.
About something.
I'm silly, though, so it doesn't really take a
Right.
lot. But that's depressing to me. Like, if you don't laugh,
Right.
that's why I can, like, date somebody that's not funny.
That's not funny.
You need to, and I ain't saying you got to be cracking jokes and stuff.
You don't have to be a comedian.
Stand-up comedy
Right.
or nothing. But if I don't laugh when we're together, like, you don't say nothing, like, kind of clever or
witty.
It's like, womp, womp.
Boring.
Yeah, get out of here. Telling, like, dad jokes and
Yes.
stuff. Like, even if you do that, that's funny to me. I like crazy stuff.
So that's, I would say, one of my daily routines. And then I would say the bonus is if I get a nap.
Oh,
A power nap.
So, I don't get a nap every day.
Well, because I get up so early, I need a nap.
You do.
I need a nap. Or I'm not going to sustain past 9 p.m.
I usually don't get a weekday nap unless I'm forced, like to where I was just like, oh my God, I was up all night the other night, and I just be like, I don't have nothing on my calendar. I'm taking a nap today. But that's not normal.
Sometimes I even schedule a nap on my calendar.
You take a time block?
Yep.
I've done that instead of alarm.
Yeah. I take naps before I go to bed sometimes.
That's
to get ready for bed.
That's too much. To get ready for bed. A warm up. Or warm up.
Like you warm up to go to the gym. You have to warm up and stretch. So I'm like, let me warm up.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
I drink coffee every morning.
I drink tea.
And a lot of it is because, like, I do this intermittent fasting. So before I eat anything, I drink coffee. It helps me kind of last a little longer. So if y'all hear my stomach growling, it's because that's
it's that
something
time.
I do.
So yeah, I'm a tea drinker, and typically I'll boil some water for some tea. And I usually eat a healthy breakfast. So
oatmeal from Eatsies.
Ooh, oatmeal. Oatmeal or avocado toast or veggie omelet.
Oh, I love avocado toast.
Yes. And you just can't get avocado toast from anywhere. Everybody,
it's not created equal. You gotta go to First Watch. Well, that's in Dallas. I don't know where y'all go.
But what's that other place we went to?
Awake.
Awake.
It used to be called the Egg and I. And because they do it just right. It's
chunky, creamy.
It's enough of the creamy and the chunky mixed together, and then it has like a little drizzle of oil, and then they might have a little pepper and a little salt.
Yes.
Yes. On a nice piece of bread.
I make my own.
I make my own too. Yeah. Let me think. What's another daily routine I do?
That's about it for me.
I think I'm trying to think of like after the morning is over. I do read every day, and
I mean, a given is that we both bathe.
We definitely bathe. I
sometimes twice.
bathe.
Yes.
In the tub.
Seriously.
So I shower in the morning, and in the evening I am in the tub for a million hours. I was FaceTiming with Lauren. I was in the tub last night, and I had my little iPad up, and she's like, I cannot believe how long you be in the tub. Like, because we talk for a heck of long.
Yeah, you were in the tub too long. Like, wrinkle fingers. No, I got to get out.
My fingers aren't wrinkled because I don't use my hands under there. My toes, I take them out periodically so they don't get all wrinkled. I got a system for this, okay? But yeah, so I would say that is the daily.
And I use coconut oil daily.
You do? I use Carrie lotion. It's my favorite.
I think the Shea Moisture has a nice coconut oil bottle. Lasts me for about a good 3 months.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like professionally, are there things that you do every day that's like consistent? Because I don't think my routine professionally is consistent. Like I do a lot of networking. So for me, it's a lot of relationship building. It's not Instagram. It's LinkedIn, messages, contacts, connections, connecting people with each other, scheduling coffees and lunches and, meetings and coordinating and all that kind of stuff.
So I guess one thing is, because I tend to have a lot of meetings, I always look to see which one I can cancel.
Okay. Because I do think they put too many meetings on your calendar.
I
I don't miss that part.
When are you going to do work if you're in meetings from 9 to 4 or 5 o'clock?
I want to say I read something recently because I've been looking at different companies to work with, and it was something about like the meetings can't be over 30 minutes, and I got to figure out which one it is. You can't have a meeting over 30 minutes. They use more chat as opposed to email and meetings.
Okay.
So you use the chat to communicate to get your quick you know, whatever's off. Like, you should not have to have these long, drawn-out communications
My
all
goal
the
when I
time.
set up a meeting is typically 30 minutes, and I always avoid lunch meetings.
And at 5 o'clock.
So, really, the core hour should be from 9 to 4.
And Friday,
Because
there should not be a meeting scheduled before yeah, before lunch should be the last meeting.
I agree.
Nothing after 12.
And I use Fridays as my administrative day to take care of things like if I need training.
Okay.
You know, just follow-ups. And that which takes us into a kind of weekly routine.
Yeah.
So I would say one of my weekly routines, I journal at the end of for my professional, for the week of, I journal my professional accomplishments.
Oh, good.
So that I can look back and say, okay, this is what I did. So when it came time for my PDR, whether it's, every 3 or 6 months, I can say these are the things that I completed. So I literally have a journal on my desk just for work.
Do you send that to your boss weekly, or you just keep it yourself?
Well, I take pictures of it and then I send it to him. Like, look what your excellent employee did.
I used to send it to my boss via email every week.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
Because I want this documented and time stamped.
Well, I know my audience, and so I know that that's not him. So I will put it in a PowerPoint monthly.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Because you got to be in charge of your own stuff.
You really do.
Because a lot of places, they won't even do that. I mean, I learned that the hard way over the years where I wasn't doing that. And then at the end, it's like, they'll be like, so fill this out.
Yes.
You know, they want you to, I'm like, you the one, why, you know? But I learned that when I was like, you know, younger and more entry level. I didn't know no better. And now I'm like, so this is what was accomplished this week. And here's what I plan to work on next week. Every Friday. I just send it via email.
So
and then it helped me.
Report.
It's a status report. And then I used to hate when I had a boss who actually was trying to make me do that. And I was like, they trying to be worried about what I'm doing and stuff like that. But then I was like, no, I need to have that documented. So I learned the value of actually having that. It wasn't like they were trying to check up necessarily, but it was like, you need to document what you got going on over here. So
in addition to that, I have a weekly touch point with like my boss to check in with him. So I use that meeting to kind of go over what I did for the week. And I schedule it when I work from home because I feel like I'm at home. I can say whatever I want to because sometimes I don't want to get a conference. Yeah, I don't want to always get a conference room because I like the dual screen.
And he's not in state.
Correct.
So
sometimes we'll do a video. You know, so I'll have on my pajamas and I'll go get a nice little blazer, put it over there, make myself look professional.
I was the queen of that. When I worked from home, I worked from home for 6 years.
Ooh.
And I would, the bottom half would be flannel pants. Top half, it looks like somewhere else professional. Go on.
Right.
Yes. And yeah, so.
I also journal personally. I try and journal what I'm grateful for.
I need to just journal more. I don't journal.
Well, just journal top 3 things that you're grateful for the week.
It sounds good, but I've never been good at journaling. Like, I have a million journals that are, like, partially completed.
Totally all.
But I'm just not good at tracking things. As far as, I don't know. I wanted to get better at that. That's something that I
maybe I find that when I set a reminder on my phone, like, that helps. And, you know, you can name your alarms whatever now.
Exactly.
So you could say every Sunday, right before the podcast, we'll journal what you're grateful for.
Right.
Creates consistency.
I like it.
Which creates a routine.
Exactly.
And a habit.
Let me think about what I do every week. My hair routine. That's where I wash, you know, thoroughly. Thoroughly wash and moisturize, you know, deep condition.
You also plan the meals for the week.
I plan my meals with the boys. I was doing HelloFresh for a while. That was pretty cool because the kids like to help me cook and I didn't have to think about what the menu was going to be. So for somebody who's a working parent and you want to not have to be stressed about what we're going to eat for dinner every night and get the kids to kind of join in, then I recommend HelloFresh for that. It's not too expensive and it just makes it easier. And they eat different stuff. Like, you're not eating the same thing over and over. Spaghetti, hot dogs, hamburgers, you know, like
the typical
Black Mama meal.
We having spaghetti every Tuesday.
Exactly. Taco Tuesday.
With catfish.
Catfish Friday.
Right.
You know.
With a side of spaghetti.
No. But yeah, what else is weekly?
I love to wash clothes.
I hate washing clothes. Well, you need to start coming over here.
Yep, I wash my clothes because I love the smell of Downy.
Oh, see, I don't have smell in my
Right.
because we use the free and clear for our detergent and our fabric softener because we all got sensitive skin. So
I can easily go spend $50 on
detergent. Gain? Do you use Gain?
No, I use Tide.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Tide girl. Gain was too strong. It was too strong for me.
Yeah, I don't like washing clothes. I do not like folding clothes or putting them away. No. So,
and I do that too because I pack my gym bag or I'll lay out my clothes for the week, so I can just grab and go. Or if I decide to work out after work, I keep a bag in the back of my car because you never know when the opportunity may present itself.
Yeah, I usually keep a bag.
Yeah, because one day Carolyn called me. She was like, "Hey, you want to go work out?" But I had clothes, so if someone calls me and I'm available.
I usually keep a swimsuit in my trunk in case someone calls me for a pool party.
All right, stay
and
ready.
I have definitely activated that a couple times. All yes, right. I forgot to mention. Wait, it was something I said I was gonna say about the daily routine. Dang it, it'll come back to me.
Okay. Definitely weekly. I would say we both attend at least one networking event.
Yep.
Typically
one. This week it was like 1, 2. I actually had 1, 2, 3, 4.
Count today is 5.
5.
Because we're leaving and heading down to another networking event.
That's just ridiculous. But sometimes it happens like that. And then I'll be like, I'm not doing nothing next week.
For the next 2 weeks.
I didn't spend any money on any of them.
I did
on one.
Right. Just one.
Kidding.
Just one.
And it's mine. The one
right.
The one I put on. What else is weekly? Let's see.
We record our
podcast. And post. So listen, guys. I know people be like, I love the podcast, everything. It is time consuming, okay? So for those who would like to know how to start a podcast, it is time consuming, especially if you collaborate, if you do video with it, because video takes forever to load. And I don't know, I don't have all the updated, applications or whatever that people use to, programs and stuff to edit and all that, but it takes some time to upload a video to YouTube. So, editing and uploading and all that stuff. So you gotta make time for that, and that's every week. So,
okay. Any other weekly routines that you have that you can think of?
It will be working out. It's not a routine yet, but that's added. Yeah. That's one that I'm adding to.
So that'll be weekly and not a daily routine.
I'm not committing to daily. I said 3 times a week.
That's a great start.
That's the goal.
Actually, that's a really good start.
I think that's something I can keep up.
And once I go. You have to adjust to your lifestyle. You have boys, so you probably can't work out as often as someone who is single or whose their kids are grown.
Right. And now that the boys they like to work out. So LJ is in here doing push-ups, sit-ups, and all that stuff all the time. I need to be doing it with him. But
you can do some group exercise with both.
We've done that.
Get a medicine ball and.
Yep, we've done it. No, we do some group things. They're just not consistent, so I wouldn't call it a routine. It's just something that we just kind of add in or whatever. I definitely think it's super important to have that, though.
I do too. I mean, I feel like when I don't work out, I'm not right.
It can affect your mental health. I've heard that it. There's so many benefits to working out, but specifically for people who have mental health. Anxiety,
depression,
all that stuff, it does because it releases endorphins and things that
it helps.
Really is positive for that. So it's something to consider if you are one of those people.
Yep.
And I am one of them. So that's another reason why I need to do that.
So I make sure that that's something, even if it's 30 minutes. Sometimes you can't.
Even if it's 15, do something. Just do it.
Or you do 15 minutes in the morning or 15 minutes in the afternoon. I will tell you, I have jumped rope in my garage for 10 minutes and I burned 100 calories.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh, I'm good. I made 100.
I'm more of a yoga type person.
I
I don't like all that jumping.
That's what Mika said. She was like, you like all that jumping up and
Right.
down.
I don't want
No,
that.
because I like Pilates and yoga too.
I love those.
I think it's just a balance.
Yeah.
And I would say my bonus weekly routine is incorporating making sure I get a smoothie bowl.
My bonus is brunch.
Okay.
With mimosas included.
So you go to brunch weekly?
No, that's a bonus.
Okay, that's a bonus.
Yeah, I don't go to brunch weekly. I do get with my friends weekly at some point. Like, I try to have girl time, you know, with my girls, and I think that's important.
Oh, it is. And that's more of a monthly thing for me. But when I add it all up, I am connecting with someone weekly because I look to have either brunch, dinner, or a happy hour.
Yeah.
You know, we all have groups of friends. Some type of interaction, because believe it or not, relationships are important.
Oh, they are. And especially like a real connection.
Yeah.
You know, not just, let's do coffee, and then you're having this like superficial conversation.
Right.
A real connection where you're like, girl, what's been going on? How are you? Like, what's going on with that situation? Exactly. I haven't heard about that. Tell me more. You know, I got to make a couple calls today because some people been quiet. I'm like, what you been doing? So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
some type of connection.
It might be a girls' night out. It might be, hey, let's go catch a movie. Like you said, let's go to brunch. And also try on a monthly basis to have mommy-daughter time. So I can tell when she needs it. Like, she needs some quality
Your mom
time.
or your daughter?
My daughter.
Don't do Sharon. Don't do her.
Well, Sharon is quarterly.
Don't be doing her like that. You're not going to.
Because she takes you know how somebody takes a lot out of you?
I hear you.
And they might require you to take medicine.
Okay.
So I know I have to take a pill if I take her out.
You know what?
But I said I was going to start taking her out monthly. But I was
you
like,
have to.
That's a stretch.
Our moms are getting older.
They are.
So we need to value this time.
I do.
I know that they're challenging at times.
Ooh.
My mom is she's done really good. She's been doing really, really good. So I can't even put her in that bucket like that anymore. But
can your mama call my mama and talk to her?
She be calling and say, where my friend Sharon at? Tell her they need to go to the movies together and stuff. Because I don't want to go. I can't do it with them. They about to get, my mom be ready to get us kicked out every time we go to the movies.
So that's probably going to be a bi-monthly for her, every 60 days.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, here's my daily thing. So with the boys, our routine is every night we read the Bible.
Okay.
Every single night. And pray together, you know, as a family. What we'll do is usually rotate who wants to lead, you know, so sometimes they have and it's so cool, like, to hear them when they, you know, who they're thinking about or who they want to, like, call a special shout out for. You know, if they know about a situation, they're really conscious of, like, being like, and bless this person who is going through this or that, you know, and I'm like,
I like that. And you know that shows leadership.
Yeah, and I want them to think bigger than just
themselves.
Themselves and whatever's going on today. Like, I want them to have that connection with God, where they know that that's where they can go as their source. And so I feel like, you know, like the Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're older, they won't depart. So it's like you'll have that foundation so that if you get depressed, you know, when you're 25 and you're away from me somewhere, you know that you can go inside, you know, you can talk to him and he's going to be there with you. So
I like it.
That's something I'm really big on.
Okay.
In church.
And I forgot about that every week.
Don't be forgetting about church. I know, but that is definitely consistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to 8 o'clock with Kim. And sometimes I go to Bedside Pentecostal.
Or sometimes we go on Saturday.
Which is TD Jakes online.
Right.
Sometimes we go Saturday evening. So it's not a consistent day, but it's always
weekly. It's part of the routine.
Yeah.
And our rhythm. Yeah. And I also would say women's Bible study.
That's for Kim.
Yeah.
I'm not consistent.
That's
I
hard
think because it's
kids.
The evenings.
It's
like
it's late.
With the kids. Yeah, it's like by the time we get home it's 9 o'clock and I can't. I used to, and it just was like a struggle with them. You know, getting them up because my kids go to bed. I try to get them in the bed at 8:30 every night. So
that's goals. I'm trying to get in there right after 9 p.m.
Right, 8:30, and then I got 30 minutes to kind of do my little turn down, and then I either get in the tub or, I get myself in bed, depending on how tired I am from the day. So, yeah.
I used to weekly take a Sunday nap.
Oh, yeah. I take a nap on the weekends.
Yeah.
That's weekly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I need that nap.
That's weekly for sure.
Right.
I need that as well.
And those Sunday naps are everything. I haven't been able to get one in lately, though, with this podcast.
We haven't been recording on Sunday. What are you talking about? Well, did we record last week? Well, you came over last week, but you were running the streets. That was not me.
I don't even remember what I was doing. And that's why I do journal, too, and take pictures, because sometimes you do so much that you forget what you're doing.
Exactly. You was running the streets all day that day. I was like, I ain't doing nothing. I've been sitting in the house all day.
We did attempt to record. That's when your voice. I worked out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't run the streets.
You were somewhere, though. You had went to something.
I don't feel
for
like
somebody.
No.
Or to some stores or something. Shopping, something.
Nope.
Something.
I went to work out. Met up with you briefly with Carolyn. I did take a slight nap. I'll take that back.
You did after brunch. Yeah, you took a nap.
And then I met up with you. So I wasn't running the streets.
Because you were like, it was like 3 something.
And I said I was going to be here at 3:30.
Yeah, you got here like 4:30.
And then that went over.
He was like, I just woke up. It was 4 o'clock. I was like, that's fine. I knew it was going to be a minute.
Being agile.
Got to be agile.
Okay, what about monthly routines?
Monthly.
This goes for me to the, monthly meetups. I do have,
monthly meetings. I have a monthly meeting with DFW ATW.
Yep.
So that's consistent every second Thursday. And that's definitely consistent. I would say that's something I do consistently every month. I don't know. What else you got?
I take one day off from work.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've been doing that every week. That's weekly.
My business out there. No, well, I've been blessed with the PTO. When you've been I'm not going to say that, but when you've been working for quite a long time and you accrue a lot of hours, you have to use them before you lose them.
That's the best.
So typically it's either a Monday or a Friday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I can extend a weekend.
What else is a monthly, though?
Pedicure, and I go to the hair salon.
I used to have this personal maintenance monthly thing that I would do that would consist of the sugaring and the nails and pedicure and all that. But, I ain't bringing them coins in like I used to.
That's okay. It's coming.
And, don't worry. I don't feel bad about it. I really am. And we're going to talk about this on the next one, but I wanted to just throw that in there. I really appreciate that I grew up with not a lot of money.
Yep.
Because that's not my value.
Right. And you don't.
And I'm cool with it. I'm like, but my Marvin did talk some smack about my nails the other day. Because I took the nails off. I had cracked the nails, so I took the nails off, right? Because I was like, forget it. I'm not about to pay for them to get done anyways. So that'll be a bonus for me when I get some coins.
Right.
Then I can go get them done, right? So the other day he said, why your nails like that? It was like, they look better when they're painted. Why they not?
Wow.
Why they don't look like how they usually look? And I was like, be quiet, mind your business, kid.
But the fact that he notices.
He does. He notices everything.
So
he's gonna be that guy.
I was gonna say he's gonna be looking for his future wife to have her nails painted.
Our friend Will, when we first met him, he's the type. He'd be like, "What's going on with the nails? You need to go get them nails done. Looking out here, looking all busted." He do not care.
He did, but I'll never forget that.
I said, "Well, let me hurry up because I can't have no man talking about me like that."
Which we'll get into our episode for 2020. And I think we should call Will and see if he'll be on. I'm sure.
I don't know. We're not ready for that. This is
Well, he's married now, so I think he might be.
He's been more turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, he came for. I was respecting it though. I love people like that.
Yes.
Because keep it real. Keep real with me. But he shows them nails you need to feel, and I'm like, you want to pay for them? Okay. But yeah, I sure went and got one though right afterwards. I'm like, okay, fine. Tell me about myself. That went off. I don't know.
My bonus would be reflexology.
Ooh, I've never done that.
It's just a massage.
But is it on your feet?
It's your whole body.
That's not reflexology.
Well, depending on where you go.
I feel like
where I go, they take care of the whole body.
A whole body?
My whole body.
That could be misinterpreted. Reflexology. Let me see
and so
what
while you
it
look
says.
that up, let's see. I also have like a monthly lunch with one of my coworkers.
Oh, okay.
Because, that's important.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that internal network.
Yeah, you do have to cultivate your internal network. And sometimes it might be monthly with someone I met at a networking event as well.
Reflexology, also known as zone therapy, is an alternative medicine involving application of pressure to the feet and hands with specific thumb, finger, and hand techniques without the use of oil or lotion.
Well,
I like oil and lotion with my massages.
I get the full works, not just my. Like they allow me to take my clothes off.
Oh Lord. So that's a doggone full body massage.
I guess, but they call it reflexology.
But do they put oil?
Lotion sometimes.
Lotion don't.
I don't know what they put. My head is down, clothes off.
That's the sweetest massage.
It might be. Okay.
But that's fine.
Any other monthly routines?
I'm trying to think.
All right.
That I could think of.
Well, then let's jump into our annual. Kick it off.
Annual for me, go to 100% vision board.
Okay.
Creation. And actually, the one I created for 2018, I kept that one and then I adjust. Yeah. Because I really was like, no, these goals need to get accomplished. We're going to keep this one and we're just going to add or take away, whatever. But I'm just noting like, oh, that was accomplished, did that. Right. But I'm still, I got more things that I want to add. So I'm kind of keeping that one and just readjusting it.
Got it.
Because I still feel pretty strongly about what I have on there. So,
okay.
But I do a lot of that, like manifesting.
What you're looking for.
Yeah.
And anticipating and expecting.
Yes. Every year.
Yep. In addition to add on to that, we do a power word.
Power word.
Part of it.
Yes.
I think that's been helpful. I've used, and that word just helps me throughout the year.
It's almost like
it's a reminder.
Yes.
I even made a bracelet and put the power word on the bracelet and wore the bracelet to remind me.
That's kind of cool. We should make bracelets.
Let's do it.
I want to do that.
Okay.
I want a bracelet. Mine was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I think the year before it was purpose. No. It was. What was the year before?
Mine was flourish.
It might have been purpose. No, I forgot.
It was flourish. Wrote it down.
Well, that was
Did you write it down? You have
that
notes right here. You could just make a note. Power word. Create a table.
That's
put
Kim.
The year.
She's the organized one, not me. My stuff is all over the place. Okay, I don't have all this organization.
Okay,
that's not me. I'm ideas. I'm vision.
Yes.
Let me give it all to you, and then you organize it. I'm an activator.
I put it down, then you activate it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, Kim, make that make sense.
Literally. I think one of the other things that we both do annually is we make time for vacation, family and friends. So I try and make sure I have a family vacation with like Kiara, where we go visit family, or sometimes, spring break, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
And then I'll try to take an international trip once a year.
I do an international trip every year.
Yep.
I do a birthday party.
Yep.
Every year.
Sure does.
And I'm trying to take my kids on vacation every year. We go somewhere.
Right. Another annual thing that I typically do, and it's probably biannual, is I get a body scrub and a V-steam.
I'm about to die. I'm about to die over here. Can you explain?
I don't know that I want to. You can go and Google it, just like you Google reflexology.
Oh, Lord, help me, God.
That's like, okay, so in addition to that, we get an annual
exam.
So that's part of my annual routine of like maintenance.
Body maintenance and cleansing and making sure everything is where it's supposed to be.
Right.
Does that really do anything?
As far as spelling, some folks in the gym, I'm questioning them. I want to give out gift cards to get them.
Hey, listen, you know what? The past The pass by.
The pass by. Somebody posted that on social media the other day. She said, "There's nothing more worse than going behind a woman in the bathroom and you smell her."
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
That's why it's important that you go get your annual exam.
The woman's body is so complex. We have so many things going on. And as I get older, I learn more and more about it. I think, for instance, like you just said about the annual exams and all that, woman's body, it cleanses itself every day, right? Yes. All day with feminine, discharges and things that come out. And you need to know what those discharges mean. You need to know what all that, if it's one that's not right, you got to go get things checked out or whatever. Yes. You need to know your body and be very comfortable with all those things. If you have an IUD or something like that in there, there's going to be there's just a different way to maintain your body based on just different factors that you have going on. So I think that's very important because the more you know about your body, you can know something's not right, right now, and I need to check that, or I'm having a pain here or there, and that could save your life.
It really can.
Checking the annual exam, obviously monthly should be breast exams and stuff. I will say that I don't do a good job of breast examining my own breast. Yeah. With the whole, the way they tell you you're supposed to. Yeah. I do not, and I need to do better at that. But I do go annually. I do every 6 months get my teeth cleaned.
Yes, shout out to our favorite dentist, Dr.
Carla Span.
Yes.
We keep saying we need to go
We're
to
going
lunch
to have lunch with her before
Dr. Span, if you're listening, we're coming to your house.
Yeah.
So,
boldblackgirls.
Exactly. She's super sweet and cool.
Yes.
So I definitely do that because I think you need to maintain your teeth.
Absolutely.
And I don't think people maintain their teeth the way they should.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that because I do a lot of networking. And the smile is important. Yes. It's something that I look at. And in between your teeth is very important. You need to be flossing daily. You need to be aware of that, brushing daily. And, you can tell how your hygiene is based on what them teeth are looking like. So you need to take care of that, people, because it will affect your breakfasts.
Yes. All right.
And breakfasts be stinking. You'd be like, I need you to go floss and brush. So yeah, get her done. They have peppermints, essential oils you can put in, and it will get up in there all
or
up
go
in
back
that
old
gut.
school. What they say? Rinse your mouth out with some peroxide.
Rinse it. Peroxide and
baking soda. I got baking soda. And it's $1 for baking soda.
I mean, come on, people. Let's do it.
And then I would say, to wrap up my annual routine, I take extended time off at the end of the year. I used to do that because Kiara was out of school and I didn't want to, put her in any special child care. So I was like, I'll use this as an opportunity for us to go bond. We might go on a adventure or something locally. And I always treat myself to a nice birthday gift. Be it an experience or it might be a new laptop, something.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I do the party. And then now me and two of my girlfriends, we've been doing a trip every year as well for our birthday because our birthdays are around the same time.
Yep.
And so that to me is kind of my
girls trip. Yeah,
like my birthday gift to myself, doing something special because I think we do need to celebrate those things. Like my sister, she had her birthday the other day. And I called her and stuff, and she's all like, I said, what you got planned, for your birthday? And she's like, nothing, I'm broke, and I ain't got that. I said, well, first of all, you're not broke. You are financially challenged right now.
In between blessings,
and
as my friend Mika would say.
I said, but what you can do, she likes Starbucks. So I'm like, muster up $5, or however much it costs, and go get you one of them. She's the type that orders the, flat upside down with the blah, blah, she does the fancy order. Go get you a Starbucks, girl, and go sit outside and just look at the sky and thank God that you're alive and count your blessings for how many people we know that are not and did not make it to this age. So that is something you need to do. It don't matter if it's small, One of the things I used to do when I worked a full-time job was I started taking that day off.
Oh, I
used to not do that because I was like, whatever, I'm grown. I ain't got time for that.
No.
The last few years, I was like, oh no, we won't be here.
Correct. And sometimes it turns into a week because one of my other friends, we're 2 days apart, so we try and make a trip together too for our birthdays. So I'm usually off the week.
Yeah. And I probably celebrate that whole month.
Oh, yeah.
Of my birthday.
Yeah. For sure.
But I think, what's another? Oh, I thought I had another one.
Well, kind of what you said back to weekly routines, I forgot. Every week I do go and at least get my favorite soup.
Oh, our favorite soup.
Oh, now it's our.
Yes.
So I'm a soup snob.
She is definitely a soup snob. I'm the
soup,
type.
Smoothie and salad snob.
Yeah, but I'm okay with this one because that one is good.
So I go sit at Market Street and I'll have that. As long as they make it, I'll go get that soup with a green tea and I'll sit outside and get some vitamin D.
I'll be like, Kim,
and
go check and see if if they got our soup.
I got like two. You and Aaron both. Do they have our soup this week?
Right, exactly.
I'm the soup representative.
Because it's good. What is it called?
Chicken chile. Cream.
Is it hatched?
No. Nope.
Okay, well, whatever.
Because if it was, they wouldn't be able to make it all the time.
Right. Because that's only a certain time.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any others?
I think that wraps it up.
I think, well, the reason why we did this episode is really about things that we do for ourselves, so that you can start thinking about what do I need to start doing as a routine to remain consistent with whatever that is, right? And so we want people just to start thinking about, don't just be living every day.
Right.
And not thinking about being intentional about every single moment. Like, you don't know when your last moment is going to be. You want to be investing in yourself, working on yourself, doing something. I was telling Kim yesterday, I was like, as hard as I feel like I work on myself, I really want to be surrounded with other people who do that because it makes it exciting.
It does.
You learn more. Like when she sends me articles, I'm like, girl, look at this. That's fun to me.
Me too.
When people just be like, so, yeah, nothing. I ain't
or
doing
complaining.
Nothing. This. I'm like, oh, bye. I can't. I cannot.
Because Massa has said.
We ain't supposed to be reading out here. Stop it. So, yeah, like, I just, my thing is just, like, making sure that we're trying to be, positive influences out here, sharing a lot of our stuff that we're doing because this isn't what we're doing in our regular life. So we're not acting like we're something special or we're doing something better, but really just giving alternative ideas for things that you could possibly add into your toolbox.
Yep.
And if you guys have any suggestions or things that you do that's different,
please share.
Let us know. You can go to our website, boldblackgirls.com, or and send us an email, boldblackgirls@gmail.com. And then what else? We need you to
rate and review.
Rate and write a review, please. Just, be like, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Something. Just get us a little boost there. And then go get your Bold Black Girls t-shirts. Those support the podcast, and we would really appreciate it. And if you are a guy listening, get it for the bold black girl in your life.
Yeah.
Or all the bold black girls in your life. Or if you just like us, go buy a shirt.
I love it.
All right, and then we will, what else we got? Anything else?
No, we had only planned for this to be 30 minutes.
I know what happened. Quit running your mouth.
I know. I guess we have long routines, and I don't even think that encompasses all of our routines because I'm thinking back like, I forgot to mention that.
All right, before I choke, y'all have a bold week. Have a bold week. See you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.